back everyone to this week's newsletter. We're going to go straight over to Alex, who is over on the second, waiting for the second hole for his how to play the golf course.
And we're back, hole 2, and this is me playing Harper & Common Golf Course, showing you how to do it. I am, like I said, on the second tee. I'm going to take my 6-iron, which, like I said in the first video, goes about 190 yards, which is hopefully going to put me in line with the ditch on the left. The reason for this is if you take any more club, you then bring in danger. You bring in danger if you go out right, you bring in more danger if you go left. And I did look down the fairway and see that it is a red flag, so I don't particularly need to hit it a massively long way down the fairway because it's not like the pin's right at the back of the green. Let's do this. So, just need a quick tee. Don't worry about that. Always tee up your golf balls, by the way. Don't do what I'm about to do now. Okay, so my alignment for this is the tallest tree on the right hand side in the distance. I believe it's the tree that's down by the green, but it's the highest point, and I'm talking way right I'm aiming. My bad shot at the moment has been a little bit of a hook, so I am aiming further right, but that is my alignment there. I'm just going to hit it nice and easy. I don't need to hit it hard. If it hits the fairway, I'm going to get a kick on because it's quite dry. Aiming at that highest tree on the right hand side. Right. That is literally on the point that I wanted to aim. That's perfect. I'll show you when you get down there. Well, this doesn't happen all the time. Those who play in the Tuesday roll up at 6 PM know that I don't do that. If you haven't played in the Tuesdays roll up at 6 PM, make sure you come down. It'd be nice to see you. Okay, so I'm level with the ditch. I've got 150 yards exactly to the flag because I'm using my Bushnell. I want to hit this about 155 yards because I want to go past the flag, so I'm on the green putting back to the hole. I don't want to leave this 5 yards short because then I'm going to have to chip or putt up the fairway. So I'm thinking 155 yards. What club do I need? The lie is pretty nice. Wind is going to affect it a little bit. I'm going to go with a 9-iron, but the key thing to remember here is that I'm aiming not for 150 where the flag is, I'm aiming for 155, which is past the flag. That's what we make our calculations to. Now, the wind's coming over from the right to the left, so I'm going to aim a little bit more to the right-hand side of the green. Like I said, my bad shot at the moment has been a little bit hooky, so that's a good thing to aim out to the right for me. I'm just going to put a nice easy swing on it. Try and give myself a putt. So I aimed right and it's pretty much stayed right. But I'm happy with that. We're on the green. Yeah, good. Right, so I've hit a pretty good shot there. Like I said, I aimed past the flag. And I also aimed right of it. It ended up staying pretty straight. My landing zone was past it. It was maybe 2 yards past, not 5 yards. And then it spun back, which it was good that I aimed past the flag for that reason. Now, my thought process here, now I appreciate not everyone's going to be in birdie positions when they go out and play golf, but this thought process will hopefully help every golfer when they're on the green for less shots than they have planned for, okay? I've obviously got an opportunity here for birdie. What I'm thinking about is making sure that I go to the next tee, not dropping a shot, okay? And I've got a really good chance here to pretty much not drop a shot. But I also want to give it a go. I've rewarded myself to be here for a birdie chance, so I'm definitely going to give it a look. So if that's for a par or for a bogey for 3 points or something, you've got to still give it a chance. So don't write off the fact that you've got a birdie chance or a bogey, par, whatever that is. So I'm looking here, it's definitely moving towards the downhill part of the green, which is below the hole. I'm actually looking here, it's quite a tricky putt, but I'm looking at aiming this, you'll be able to see this on the camera, right at this mark here, this little brown mark there, and then hopefully feed it into the hole. But yeah, like I said, I've got a birdie chance here, but I don't particularly have to hold the birdie chance. I want to give it a good look, but make sure it's just a tap in, a gimme for the par, because ultimately the par is what I want. Slightly pushed it, tap it in for par like we said, and then we can go on to the next hole. Right, join us for next week where we're going to tackle the cricket hole.
We've had some new Scotties delivered, just like this 7.5 and the classical Delmar. So some great little putters there if you want to come try those. We now have pretty much the full range of Scotty Camerons. Now I'm going to take you over to Mark Lake, who most of you probably have met on a Saturday or a Sunday. He now works full time, so we're working on a Tuesday, Thursday and a Saturday. So make sure to come and say hello. And let's go over to a video from him for this week's newsletter.
This is the Garmin S42 Golf watch. Here are some key features of the S42 Garmin watch. It has over a 15-hour battery life, touchscreen technology, colour display, over 42,000 courses and multiple colours available. The watch was $249 and now is only just $199. If you have any more questions, come speak to one of us in the shop and we're more than happy to help you out. Now we have Lewis in the tour shed.
Welcome back to the tour shed. I'm Lewis and let's talk about golf balls, because a lot of people are now having more club fittings, but you can also have golf ball fittings, and there is quite a big difference with the different golf balls you may use. Now the golf ball that you will see everywhere is of course the Titleist Pro V1. Now we've got a nice comparison chart here of the main 4 balls that they have to offer. The Pro V1, Pro V1X, Pro V1X Left Dash and the AVX. 2 there you might not know of, so let's talk about the differences. So let's start off. Pro V1 standard ball gives you the optimum flight, optimum spin, and it feels very soft. So ideal for the majority of golfers. The next one you'll know, Pro V1X. It spins higher, flies higher, and feels firmer than the Pro V1. On to the 2 balls you might not know about. So Pro V1X Left Dash feels exactly the same as the Pro V1X, but it flies a little bit lower and spins lower. So if you're someone that likes the firmer ball but needs less spin, that is the ball for you. Now if you move down to the Pro V1, so you've got the AVX, it flies lower, spins less and feels softer than the Pro V1. So if you're like someone that likes a softer feel but yet again needs lower spin and lower ball flight, just like coach Alex, he needs lower ball flight, lower spin, so he uses the AVX. So there's the 4 balls. Let's see how the numbers compare when I hit them now. Right, so I'm going to hit 5 shots of each ball. I'm going to be hitting a 7-iron. So let's start off with the Pro V1. Lovely. Alright, so that is all the shots hit. Now, if you have a look on the board here, there's actually quite a big difference between all the balls. Now, I've averaged them out. I did hit a lot of good shots of each of those balls, so these are a really fair comparison. First of all, Pro V1, Pro V1X, the similarities are there. So The launch angle, the Pro V1 X does launch higher, which is fantastic, and it does spin higher, the Pro V1 X, which means distance isn't as far. Look at the bottom two, so you've got the left dash, which is a higher launching ball. For me, didn't launch that high, but compared to the Pro V1 X, which is the same, it span an awful lot lower. It's designed to spin lower, and that's what it did, and it also went a lot further. Now the AVX and Pro V1 X, same kind of range, both the softer balls. The AVX did what it was supposed to as well, so launched a lot lower, span a lot lower, went a lot further. For me, I'm looking for a high launching ball with a bit more spin, as I want a bit more control over the ball. When it spins higher and launches higher, I know I can gain more control. Now that's different for everyone. You might be someone that needs to lower your spin, just like Alex. So he launches the ball very high and spins the ball very high naturally. So the AVX here, for him, launches a lot lower and spins a lot lower, which for him gives him the ultimate kind of ball. But for me, Pro V1 X, launching higher, spinning higher. Yes, it's carrying a little bit shorter, but the dispersion graph here is all we need to look at. So if you're confused about what ball that you should be playing with, come and speak to us. We can recommend you a ball, or come down for a 45-minute ball fitting. We'll try all the golf balls out and really see what one works best for you. So let's see you all very soon. Just finished up a couple re-grips. Remember, if you need to get your grips done, they start from £10 and we'll do them while you wait. So why not get your re-grips done as soon as possible? Now we are going to go over to Alex for his coaching video of the week.
Has your ball finished in a divot on the fairway and you're struggling to get it out? Listen to these 2 simple instructions and get it on the green. Okay, so the 2 simple instructions. Number 1 is we need loft. We need it to be like a shovel to help us get the ball out of the divot. So I'm quite fortunate that I'm actually close enough to the hole that a 50-degree wedge is the perfect club for me. If I was further back, I might have to hit short of the green and take more loft to help me get through the divot. The second simple instruction is we need to make a bigger divot than is already there. Okay, so what I'm focusing on doing is coming down onto the ball to create a bigger divot to get that ball out. So loft and take the divot with you. Let's do this. So this particular divot is quite big, so I'm actually going to put the ball back in my stance to help me with a downward angle of attack, okay, to make that bigger divot. And then we're going to get the ball out the divot and hopefully down near the green. Got the loft in my hands. Perfect. Middle of the green. We can then get the putter out. As you can see, I've taken a bigger divot than was currently there. Make sure we replace that so no one else has to go through what you went through. That was 2 simple instructions to get your ball out of a divot. Listen to them, get the ball on the green and play better golf. Join me next week for another tip. Good up and down.
Thank you, Alex, for that brilliant coaching tip as always. Now we've just had a little delivery of putt-out stuff. I don't know whether anyone ever used any of the putt-out stuff, but we've got some mats, we've got some mirrors, all to help your putting. So if you're after any of the putt-out stuff, come and ask us. It's all fantastic stuff and it will soon be on display in the shop. Now that is the end of the newsletter. If you would like to see anything, always remember to comment it below and we will include it in next week's video. See you all very soon.